Janet here. So I connect to the live stream, YouTube. Good morning, Janet.
Morning, Jeanette. Good to see you.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock. Let's start. Hannah.
Okay, yeah, just pulling up the PowerPoint.
Jeanette, what time is it where you're living? Is it you're an hour ahead? It's 5 a.m. there?
Same time.
Oh, it's the same. Oh, okay.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our New Jersey's Chuncheon One Prayer Vigil. We will begin by greeting our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Chunjin Champamuke Kyungbe. Lado. We will now recite the family pledge, first in Korean. 가정맹세 3. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정법과 3대 왕법과 성족 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. Thank you. Now in English, our family, the owner of Chonoguk, pledged to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love. Thank you. We will now go into our opening prayer. Can I please ask Mr. Kiley if you can open us up in prayer, please? I think he disappeared. Okay, that's okay. I'll ask someone.
No, got it.
Oh, there you go.
And here. Please join me in prayer. Our Heavenly Parent, the snow is just a reminder of your love. It's as if you've tucked us in as a child at night. Beautiful blanket. We're so aware of your care, and yet we're also aware of your heart for this world as it is today. It's not just a secular, lonely world. It's your world. You created it, and you are our parent, and you are grieved just as you were in Genesis 6:6. You're grieved to your heart that you'd made man, and yet we're your kids, and you love us. And there's no way you can abandon us. So, Heavenly Parent, we pray that now that true parents are here, and we know so much more about you and about the truth and about the providence, we really want to bend our every effort to help you build Chanilkuk and get your word out, to let people know, to let the churches know. Let this ring from every bell tower and minaret that true parents are here, and that you really are our father and our mother, our parent. So, Heavenly Parent, we pray that you finally can have joy as a parent, lots of joy. That's Chanuguk coming. And we pledge and offer ourselves for the accomplishment of that great task. We offer this in the name of Michael and Maria Kiley of the Kiley family, of Blessed Central Family. Adieu.
Aju. Thank you so much, Mr. Kiley, for that beautiful opening prayer. We will now go into our morning light stretches. So we will begin by taking 3 deep breaths in and out. Right? Deep breath in and out. Another one in and out. And one more in and out. All right, and we'll reach to the sky, big stretch. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna stretch our legs today. So if you can get up, but if you can't, that's okay. All right, we'll go with pulling your leg towards your chest. If you have to hold something, hold something. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and then you're gonna hold it from the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we'll do hip rotations. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna spread our legs and then move to the left side. All the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down the middle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And we'll do 10 air squats. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. In the last 10 seconds, you can stretch or massage any body part you feel needs it. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, I'm warm and ready to share any appreciations and gratitude today. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I had a beautiful breakout room with Mrs. Tycho. So if I can please ask Mrs. Tycho to quickly share your great appreciation and gratitude for today. Oh, can you unmute Mrs. Tycho? There you go.
I'm working New York. I think I told someone, and yeah, and you know, small place and restaurant or catering job, and I'm working there. I'm so happy, and I worked as a kind of Nepal young guy. Few Nepal young guy kind of, came to our place, and they cannot speak English so much, and Nepal is a so poor country. They don't have ocean, and so poor. Even though little meal, the lunch meal, just so appreciate this is very delicious or somehow. And yeah, and I really want to give some direction or divine principle, but they don't understand the English. But their culture is, I think, Buddhism or somehow culture is so good, always, helping other people. And that's why, and never kind of, fighting, always helping. Yeah. And yesterday I told one guy, and they know, their country is poor and no education. But I told him, now you don't understand so much, but you are kind of, underground seed, but growing up and little growing up to understand about life. Life is straight. Don't go to other place. Always straight. And grow and people to help. It's your understanding of good. And somehow I want to share about True Mother's memoir. Also, True Mother went to Nepal to make a foundation for international peace or somehow the foundation. We love Nepal. We are together. We are somehow, work, this world. Somehow I wanted to share to them more. And our place is a kind of, family working together. Yeah, and really happy to work there. Such kind of things I shared this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tycho. Yes, hopefully be able to witness and be able to share with them. But thank you so much for sharing your appreciation and gratitude for today. We will now be go into our True Mother's memoir. So please prepare your hearts and your minds as we listen to Dr. Ward share the reading and his insights for today. Thank you. Oh, can you please unmute Dr. Ward? There you
I'm
go.
sorry, I seem to do that every day now. Excuse me. Anyway, thank you very much, Jeanette. And I was just appreciating Mrs. Corona, her observations about Nepal. I was lucky enough to go there a few times with Dean Boyd. It's truly a remarkable country. Yeah, and it's wonderful that Mother could visit there, and it's a place that God's protected and can do great things providentially. So let's read now from Mother of Peace, today's passages. With the coming of the year 1990, people were feeling hopeful that the world might truly change. I would hear one person saying the term Cold War will soon no longer be heard, and another responding, that may be your hope, but the Soviet Union is holding on and communism is gaining power in many countries. Peace cannot be so easily achieved. They would agree on one point: it won't be easy. In the late 1980s, with American conservatism on the rise, the Solidarity movement generating success in Poland and Glasnost and Perestroika progressing in Russia, the world was entering an era of reconciliation, at least on a superficial level. But at the same time, Moscow-directed insurgencies were building momentum in Africa, Asia, and Central America. Moscow had succeeded in forcing the United States to pull out of Vietnam, allowing communism to run rampant there. And in the killing fields of Cambodia, Marxists were still bent on their ambition to communize the entire world. At that time, my husband and I sponsored the World Media Association fact-finding tours, taking Western journalists to see firsthand the conditions in the Soviet Union and other communist states. Informing journalists with indisputable facts was an effective step towards ending the Cold War. Besides taking the blinders off these journalists' eyes, the tours generated positive relations with Russian media. In addition, we welcomed the teams from communist countries during the 1988 Seoul Olympics, serving them with Korean food and gifts. On that foundation, my husband and I decided to go to Moscow to meet President Mikhail Gorbachev. Thank you very much. So today's talk, I think one of the things I'd like to highlight is true parents' sense of timing, and also their ability to see beyond the surface and know what actually is going on. So I'd like to share my screen here. And I want to reflect on true parents' words concerning communism. The underpinnings of communism sharply differ from the underpinnings of unificationism. Communism says that all nature is based on a system of opposites, whereas unificationism says that nature is based on a complementary pair system. So completely different. One says everything's opposed to each other, that's communism, and the other says that everything is seeking to complement each other. Furthermore, communism says that the most fundamental dynamic in nature and society is the struggle of opposites, whereas unificationism says that the most fundamental dimension of nature and society is the relationship of give and take relationship in the system on all levels of nature or creation. Sorry. In the pair system, the give and take relationship in the pair system, struggle of opposites versus the pair system. Now, if you look at these two worldviews, communism seeks to destroy and dismantle. That's the underpinnings of communism are that it is to justify destruction and dismantling things. Whereas unificationism, its underpinnings are to seek to find ways to harmonize. If we look at the real roots of communism, we know that Divine Principle speaks about four fallen natures. First of all, the failure to see from God's viewpoint. And if we look at communism, we can see that certainly they don't see from God's viewpoint. Marx said that religion was the opiate of the masses. And Lenin said that there was no disease worse than the disease of believing in the existence of a God. Secondly, communism doesn't know how to keep position. If you read the Communist Manifesto, it ends by saying the communists disdain to conceal their views and aims. They openly declare that their ends can be attained only by the forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions. So they want to shake everything up. They don't want to keep things going. They want to shake everything up. And the reversal of dominion. We know that in God's ideal, it is God who creates and gives love to Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve, when they attain maturity, they are able to communicate God's love to all creation, including the angels. However, communism puts at the center of all things materialism, and behind materialism, as Father explains, is the satanic power, you know. And that force, materialism, dominates humankind, and there is no room for God. And finally, the multiplication of evil. In the book, The Black Book of Communism, Stéphane Courtois points out that 100 million people, and he goes through it very categorically and systematically, were the victims of communism. And there are so many other books and stories, you know, about you know, forced starvation in Ukraine and what this was the Joseph Stalin succeeded Lenin, and this was Lenin's like general staff or cabinet, and the only person that survived of Lenin's cabinet without being executed was Stalin. He killed everybody; they were all killed, you know. And then there's the tragedy of the Cultural Revolution in China when you know, when children turn against their parents. There's incredible things you can see on YouTube about the lament that these children still have because of what they did during the Cultural Revolution, turning their parents over to be, you know, stoned, beaten to death. And then there's also the tragedy of the Cambodian Holocaust. And there's so much more. You know, the point is, so much evil came out of communism, 100 million people, and yet it continued to wanted to multiply this incredible situation. So if we look at communism, they don't see from God's viewpoint, they don't keep position, they reverse dominion, and they multiply evil. So communism carries all of Satan's traits. Furthermore, if we look at communism and God's work of restoration, we know that God worked through a tireless process to restore humankind, and not just through the Judeo-Christian line, but also even through other lines, figures such as Buddha, Socrates, and Confucius. God prepared the way for the coming of Jesus. And yet communism was committed to destroying all the work and preparations for the completed Testament age, even imprisoning and trying to put Father to death. But furthermore, it was also committed to wiping out the Christian foundation in Korea and in other places where it spread. And not only that, through the Cultural Revolution and likewise the Cambodian Holocaust, we can see that it was committed to wiping out all religious traditions. So in other words, the purpose of communism was to completely destroy God's work of restoration, every single bit, to take us all the way back to the zero level again, to where Adam and Eve were at the time of the fall. Amazingly, however, true parents knew God's timetable. They knew God's timetable so well. I was lucky enough to be attending a speech in April 1973 in Paris, France. I know that Claude Perrotet, who's listening in, was a part of that as well. And anyway, it was an amazing speech because Father explained at that time, he said, this is the meaning of the year 1978. He said, communism began in 1917. Could maintain itself approximately 60 years and reach its peak. So 1978 is the borderline, and afterwards communism will decline. In the 70th year, it will be altogether ruined. This is true. Therefore, now is the time for people who are studying communism to abandon it. I don't have time to go into the details of this, but let me just mention two things. What is after 1978? It's 1979. In 1979, the Soviets went into Afghanistan, and likewise, the Soviets with Cuban support took over Nicaragua. But in both cases, a resistance arose, which eventually was like a pain in the side from 1979 that made it so difficult for communism to really stick in either of those places. And in 1989, 10 years later, as Father said, there's the collapse of the Berlin Wall. Communism was ruined altogether. And true parents knew this very well. You know, in the 1980s, on a couple of occasions, Father said to those of us who were working with CAUSA, you know, we have to hurry up quickly because anyway, communism is coming down. We have to hurry so that somehow people can understand that, you know, this was God's work that facilitated the collapse of communism. So the ending of communism was an important stage in the providence of liberation, and it only happened because of True Parents and Heavenly Parents' history of Joseon. That's why Father knew when communism was going to collapse. And when Hyojin went and he prayed at the Berlin Wall a few years before that, really with Father's direction, it was really a condition representing True Parents, because True Parents knew what was going to be coming very, very soon. True Parents' goal is to embrace and share the victory of the ending of the Cold War and the credit for that victory with the communist world. This is the big mistake that the United States made. The United States did not share the credit for that victory with the communist world. We would still be in the Cold War if there hadn't been a figure like Mikhail Gorbachev, if he hadn't done the things that he did, if he hadn't welcomed True Parents. The communists, they deserve a part of the credit for that victory. We have to be grateful for that. And True Parents really wanted so desperately to bring together both sides after the end of the Cold War. So many times True Father tried to reach the US presidency and emphasize we have to reconcile with Russia. We see such a mess today in terms of the relationship that's going on with the United States and Russia. And it's because somehow True Parents' words were not heeded as well as they needed to be. True Mother's wish is to bequeath the Heavenly Parents and True Parents' victory of the Cold War to all of humankind and expand from there to celebrate the cosmic victory of true love. So let us remember True Parents, True Mother's words. Let us become true owners of Cheonilguk, who practice true love in resemblance to our Creator, the Heavenly Parent. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Ward, for that beautiful sharing and all your wise words to give to us today. So thank you so much for that. We will now go into our breakout rooms to share any takeaways, keywords, or insights from True Mother's words or from Dr. Ward's insights from today. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Am I joining a breakout room? Hi, Cynthia. Hello, am I joining a breakout room? I am.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope everyone had a great breakout room and had plenty to share. But unfortunately, due to time, we won't have a representative sharing, but please feel free to share any takeaways, keywords in our chat. We will now be moving on to our Chuncheon One prayer. So I'd like to pass it on to Pastor Takino for any announcements and closing prayer.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. I'm in Christian Church. We have a couple of the event. Anyway, I can show here. Okay. So as you know that let's continue to pray for Pastor Presentia, especially these 21 days. We have a 21 days, her family set a 21 days prayer condition. And I believe, our program today still ongoing. So, but please double check. But the KA, we have a youth workshop, and Christian Church, we have a ACLC 12 Discipleship of Jesus meeting. So I see the parking situation on the roadside is okay. Then very light snow, but it will be stopped. So we decided we will have the ACLC 12 Discipleship of the Jesus meeting this morning. And also we're going to prepare in the offering table for tomorrow's event program. So if you have a time, and Eriko-san will prepare in the offering table and the food. So everybody welcome to make an offering for true parents' birthday. And tomorrow, especially, we like to invite many people. So potluck. So everybody can bring your favorite dish you like to share with our brothers and sisters. And young family group preparing young family potluck lunch, and a single adult also preparing their potluck lunch, but we can share. So we can share each other. And so morning, wonderful ceremony and a festival, and lunchtime and after lunch, we have a fellowship, together. So everybody welcome, and we all bless family the fruit of true parents whole life. So please, anybody who met true parents for past 40 years, let's invite them. Okay, please join me in prayer. Our heavenly parent, you are my parent. How long you are waiting for us to recognize God is my parent? Until true parents emerged, we couldn't understand who is a God. And because we couldn't understand who is a God, we couldn't understand my body as a children of God. Through the human history, many religious leaders, saints and sages, prophets came on us, and they are preparing the spiritual foundation to receive the Messiah and connect the heart of the relationship between God and me. Now, her mother came, and she was sharing the motherly God. And because she is a begotten daughter, she can share motherly God. This is the last missing part of us to understand the God. In the future, we're more clear about this point. God is not just a masculinity or a father. God has a heart of fatherly and motherly heart. Now, True Mother is here. We just celebrate True Parents' birthday, but still many people don't know their value. Why we call them True Parents? Why we appreciate their effort and what they are doing for their life? Only such a small group of the humankind that we know that. Most of the people they don't know the value of true parents. This is we like to share with them. But more important, one of the important is of God. We truly believe true parents' value and understanding true parents' essence. And if we truly are we truly happy to receive the blessing, and you feel this is a blessing in my family. Without we truly feel we are blessed, and how much we are gratitude to meet true parents. How we can say to others, this is good, and how we can share the blessing is a solution. If our family has a trouble, that's why we like to focus to how we can restore my family, my relationship with the husband and wife and the children. Dr. Hyun said, family is a front line. That's so true. And we like to truly want to, if we truly want to show our gratitude to others, that is we call the witness. So God, Heavenly Parents, we truly appreciate you are here. I'm truly grateful we met you. So I pray and report this. My name, Atsushi and Namiko Takino, Buddha Central Family.
Achu, please feel free to unmute for unison prayer.
Beloved Heavenly Parent, long night. So grateful that we can
하나님 아버지 참
good and community
possibility to
devotion.
join together with our
する天皇や王様おはようございます。
誠の感謝を出し、最近のもので、新しい希望によって、兄弟姉妹たちと共にできることを感謝をします。お互いして、本当にやりたい思い感謝します。この神エベルスの件も
Heavenly Parents, some of us are sickly. At some point, we'll have to go to the hospital. If we are to land of
conflict,
their
resolution,
knowledge, their experiences, their understanding. Be kind, calm, and to be inherited by younger generations, so that they will be able to continue the work that was started with the first generation of our children, and be victorious, not for their own glory, for your heavenly parent, and bringing salvation to humankind, and that he bringing peace through peace in our heart, in our mind, in our soul, is now one. And please guide our young people to really understand various keys that are going to open the door to true peace, build kingdom of heaven on earth, in spiritual world, and go stronger in good. Parent, we are so grateful to be unificationists and to have been unificationists all life, all adult life. And I pray, Heavenly Parent, that our young people inherit our wisdom, heart, our dedication.
Thank you, everyone, for the unison prayer. Well, that concludes today's Chanchumun prayer vigil. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and hopefully I get to see everyone tomorrow. And have a happy Saturday. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Happy
Saturday.
Good day, everyone. See you.
Enjoy.
I was really.
Dr. Michael and Marion.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Hendrick.
Thank you so much. And Tony,
information for you, Tony, that you asked for. God bless everyone.
Hey, Dr. Ward.
Very good to see you.
Word for your firsthand insight and sharing, and everyone. Wow, I think got turned off. Okay.
We learned so much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
5, 4,
Thank you, Dr. Hendricks.
2, 1.
Sure.
God bless you.